Hello, folks. Soopa-Dave here, and one thing I wanted to do today with the Ark Genesis 2 fast approaching. We're just over a month away from it. It's going to be coming out, if you guys didn't know, May 26th for all platforms. Hopefully, it's going to be. You guys are going to have a wonderful time with it. But something came to mind, and it's how do we get ready for our Arc Gen 2? And this is something I was going to bring up. Now, you can do some things. I don't think, I don't think they've said yet, but I don't think at the point of this video they haven't said. But they haven't said whether transfers will or will not be active. Obviously, you're probably going to be able to. So, if you guys haven't ever done a new map before, you could transfer the last, like this one, you could transfer an empty character. You could bring anything with, but you could move your character and bring it back. So, that being said, they haven't said yet. So, if you wanted to, there's plenty of time to get ready, maybe with some, let's say, vaults and bring over. If you're going to go that route, I highly recommend a transmitter. That's always key when building a new base on another server. And for me, which we have our Let's Play on official, we do if you look, we're playing right here on official right now. When I move over, we're going to keep this base going, obviously, but Gen 2 is going to be where I'm going to spend a lot of my time when that time does come. So even if you don't, if you can't transfer, guys, I would have a big base ready to go, or a usable base. I wouldn't build big bases anymore. You don't really need them anymore, but you know what the cryo fridge is. That being said, though, you could have a base ready to go so that when that time frame is up where you can start to transfer stuff into the server, because you'll always be able to bring stuff back, I'm assuming, you could have a base ready to go over there, guys. Because, your first base is probably going to stone and metal, and you're not going to have all the tech ingrams. So when it does open up and you can bring stuff over, then you could have a tech base ready to bring over. Some other things I wanted to mention to you guys also, too, is what biomes to build in, and also one thing I would really recommend doing, whatever, but a lot of people that play official in general, like the average normal player, some of us get into tech gear, and you forget what it's like to go out with a primitive crossbow and take stuff out and try to survive. And I do this actually a lot, especially I used to do it a lot back in the day. Not as often now, but I'm going to start doing it again for Gen 2. Is I'll go out into the wild with just primitive flak and a crossbow and practice my skills, because you get a little spoiled when you get into decent gear. And uh, that being said, too, one thing I was going to talk about is what biomes are you guys going to want to build in? Because there is some different biomes here we can go over. I want to talk about it real quick because it's going to affect where you start out. Because if there's nothing you can bring over to tech, guys, you're really going to want to start in an easier place probably. And that's probably going to be the Eden Zone. I don't know if you guys know anything about Ark Genesis 2, but there's going to be like this easier spot, like basically on the island, like the south. And it all says it's filled with all necessary resources needed for survival. But there's other biomes too, so if you could tough it out, you could be by yourself. And on being by yourself on official is very helpful. So, for example, there's a biome called uh, the Rockwell's Garden, and if you could survive that, which it looks like it'll be pretty tough right at first, you could live there too, and like the innards of Rockwell as well. So just kind of a starting point to help you guys out. I would start thinking about what to do for Gen 2. We're getting really close here, guys. And like I said, we're getting this is our world where I do our Let's Plays. So if you want, you're gonna come along and follow us because I think I'm gonna start working on Gen 2 stuff. And also, when Gen 2 comes out, guys, I will be playing it on official in our Let's Play. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. Well, hopefully this will give you a heads up of what to do for Gen 2 a little bit, as much as I can anyway. And we'll see you next time, folks.